5th June marks the celebration of World Environment Day, and this year the theme was land restoration, combating desertification and enhancing drought resilience. All of these are quite important as far as combating climate change is concerned. The current climate situation is alarming and everyone knows it. Ecosystems worldwide are under threat. The loss of biodiversity and shift in weather patterns have led to significant declines in health, economic stability and livelihood across various regions in the world. Over the past 12 months, a significant rise in temperatures has made it difficult for people to live, as the temperatures that have been recorded this year have been the hottest on record. The coming ones are projected to be even hotter.
The last 12 months, each one of them at their moment in time has been the warmest on record. For these 12-month period, we've never been so warm in our climate. And for 11 of these 12 months, we have been above 1.5. So this depicts a situation that is effectively quite extraordinary.
According to the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification, 40%, and this is a staggering figure, that 40% of Earth's land is degraded, directly affecting half of world's population. Since the year 2000, there has been a 29% increase in both the number and duration of droughts. Without prompt and effective intervention, droughts could impact over 3/4 of world population by 2050. On one hand, some countries are striving to mitigate the consequences of climate change for global population. On the other hand, there are various developed nations not doing enough to prevent this ongoing calamity. An annual international analysis on climate protection performance rates each country. And it is notable that most of the top 10 countries predominantly are from the global south. The question is, why are we in this situation and who is responsible? Per capita carbon emissions remain one of the key indicators of where the responsibility lies. When examining the historical CO2 emissions, wealthiest nations globally, including US, Saudi Arabia, Canada, China, Russia, Japan and the European Union have been at the top. Most of the global south nations on the other side have remained within their fair share boundaries. However, they are the ones that are facing the biggest brunt of the climate change. Now, highlighting the ongoing crisis, the UN chief has emphasized that it's often the poorly developed countries, despite contributing the least to climate change, are bearing the brunt of most of its impacts.
Eye-watering debt repayments are drying up funds for climate action. Extortion-level capital costs are putting renewables virtually out of reach for most developing and emerging economies. At the first step, all developed countries must honor their commitment to double adaptation finance to at least $40 billion a year by 2025.
While the extensive usage of fossil fuels in the last several decades has driven global economic growth, the cost has been heavy on the environment. While the first movers from the global north exploited the opportunities, the global south was left to face the brunt of the environmental degradation, and it's now calling for shared responsibilities by the entire world.